Oliver, so the famous Tuscan bank, Monte dei Paschi, is offering its shareholders a chance to help it again by raising more money. I believe it did so last year as well. Tell us about this current attempt at fundraising.
So the bank has today announced the terms of its latest rights issue. It's trying to raise €3 billion from its shareholders. This is to plug a capital hole that was discovered in last year's European Central Bank stress test. So it's taken a while to get around to it, but now they're raising the €3 billion they need. As you say, though, they have raised money in the past. Last summer, they raised €5 billion in a rights issue, a very dilutive rights issue. A lot of people gave money for that. But since then, the market cap has shrunk to €2.5 billion. So Monte dei Paschi's had a very difficult year, and now it's got to try and raise another €3 billion from its shareholders.
Okay, so given what you've just said to me, give me a good reason why they should give them more money. Are we just throwing more money after more money and into the void?
It's tempting to look at it like that. It's very dilutive again, this rights issue. There's 250 million shares in issue at the moment, and they're issuing another 2.5 billion. So if a shareholder doesn't participate, they're going to be diluted quite a lot by this. And there are reasons why you might think, well, actually, it might be worth taking a punt on Monte dei Paschi now. The operations are improving slowly but surely. They turned a profit in the first quarter after 11 consecutive quarters of losses. The cutting costs, interest income was okay. So the operational metrics are slightly better. But also there's the prospect of consolidation. Italian banks, it's a very fragmented sector, and we're expecting some more consolidation between some of the smaller players. Monte dei Paschi could play a part in that, and that could play into the hands of its shareholders.
Okay, now you've convinced me. Where do I sign up? So investors should take up this rights issue,
well,
right?
not quite perhaps, because having said that about consolidation, it's not guaranteed to happen. There may be no consolidation. If the economy improves and the banks feel more comfortable and stronger, they won't consolidate. Even if there is consolidation, Monte dei Paschi won't necessarily be involved. Even if it is involved, it won't necessarily work in the favour of Monte dei Paschi's shareholders. But the other thing is, as a standalone business, Monte dei Paschi, although it's improving, it's still not a very exciting prospect. Its latest set of targets, and it does revise its targets fairly regularly, its latest set of target foresees a return on equity of 8% by 2018. That's a long time to wait for a very low return. And I think one of the signs that this is going to be a difficult rights issue to get away is the number of banks they've got working on it. 21 banks have been appointed to sell this €3 billion worth of shares. Now that kind of rights issue would usually only require a small handful of banks to distribute, but they're clearly expecting a tough sell for this.
Okay, well here's hoping we're not back again next year talking about another rights issue. Thanks very much, Oliver.